The one thing, Spence, the only fight that I really ever care about is unless it's with Canelo, Charlo, or Bud. Like
Manny Pacquiao just beat Keith Thurman though. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but you know the thing is like I want so badly for Manny to retire.
Really?
I don't want him. Like I really don't. You know what I want for Manny? Even though he can still beat the top guys, I still want him fighting those novelty fights.
What?
Something that maybe a fight that maybe people want to see but like never happened. He should be doing like I just think it's dangerous for him.
Kind of what Mayweather's doing, like with those kind of fights.
Not really, but fights that are kind of like I don't know,
mid-tier.
Like you know, when fighters do it towards the end of their careers or something like that. You know, I just.
Right.
But I do think he actually can beat Spence. That's what's crazy,
okay.
Especially with what happened with Spence recently. Like I said, Spence was probably the most dangerous guy in the welterweight division until that accident happened. I really believe. I'm glad he's okay. I just really believe. We haven't seen if he's like back to his top form.
That Garcia fight didn't show it to you. They went 12 rounds. A lot of stuff happened. He kept his pace up.
But Garcia's been inactive. So is Spence. But Garcia, like to me, he's always going to be a small welterweight. He can hold his own. But to me, he's always going to be a small welterweight. I mean, and then who else he fought? He fought the other Garcia as well, Spence.
Mikey
right?
Garcia,
but that was before the accident.
That's before the accident.
Here's the thing: is I still think Manny's got it. The guy's got what over like 60 fights.
Yeah, 70 fights.
He still has the tools. You know. For me, I think the fights that Spence should have gotten was, like I said, Charlo, Canelo, or a Bud Crawford fight. It's the only fights that really interest me. This fight's cool and all, but I also think like, okay, if Manny wins, I hope to God he retires. I don't want him to stay too long. Love the guy. But if Spence wins, it's a good money fight for him to win, but he's still got to go after Bud. Here's the problem what I have. A lot of people hate on Bud. It's like the Bud train is slowly losing because they think like, well, Uncle Aram's taking over. He ain't taking control of his own career and all that stuff like Spence and Charlo's have.
Yeah.
But like to me, Bud is he's a dog. That guy. He is a dog. This guy don't care about nothing else. Tell him where he can fight, who he can fight. To me, that's just the type of guy he is. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but he's old school shit. He's the welterweight James Toney. Who's next? That's the type of guy he is.
But some are saying, well, he re-signed with Bob Arum, so he knew what he's getting into.
So yeah, with the whole thing, I don't know how new the contract is, so people think he's getting away from something else.
Do you think Crawford's going to try to go to PBC, get out of that contract? Because that's where the fights are at. It's just the reality of the situation.
I don't know what they're paying him. I don't know like if it's better off if he's going to chase fights that might not happen with Spence or with anybody else, and maybe he's making a shit ton of money. Like who can blame him? Yeah, that might hurt his legacy a little bit, but that don't take away that I still think.
Turn left after Papa John's Pizza on the left onto Maravilla Avenue, then your destination will be on the left.
Maybe Bud is going to get paid a shit ton of money from Bob to fight bullshit guys and all that stuff. It still doesn't take away what he did to get to the position he's at when he started at 135 and then beating the guys like Posto at 140 and then going up at 147 and beating the top guys there, you know?
Pacquiao, Spence, stylistically, what are you going to be looking for in that fight?
Pacquiao's speed and his output in the fight to be able to keep Spence thinking.
Head south on US 41 South Cleveland Avenue toward Halgram Avenue.
I think Spence maybe going to the body. Not a lot of guys really go to the body with Pacquiao. You know, he's a small guy. He's always moving. He's got great footwork. To me, I think the beginning of the fight, Spence has got to invest probably in his body, invest in the jab, his big, imposing. He's got a big, imposing figure in that ring. You know, but for me, it's just so funny because Pacquiao, as old as he's getting, I still give him a very, very good shot to beat this guy, especially what's happened with, Spence recently. We don't know if he's in, consistent top shape or if he feels good like he used to anymore. You don't know what happened to him really and how he feels about the whole thing. But, I mean, it's a very good fight. To me, it's like still a toss-up. Maybe when the fight gets closer, I'll have like a bigger, a more steady opinion on it. But, like, for right now, I'm giving Pacquiao a good shot. That's crazy. That's crazy at his age doing what, Spence is scary over there.
Appreciate it.